Hi guys, good afternoon.
Good afternoon,
Good
sir.
afternoon, sir.
How are you guys doing today?
Hello, sir.
That's
Ilang,
great.
sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
okay, so start of our day. So we are going to talk about this is a really brief um discussion about the French language. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So if you don't mind, may I ask, do you have like any background knowledge regarding with the French language?
No,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Pero narinig lang, sir, sa TV. Ganun.
Mm, okay, that's great. So uh, as we can relate it to, there are a lot of French TV shows that has been going on right now. So even though na hindi natin sila maintindihan, we still get to interact with them because there are subtitles, right? So we might hear some words that we don't really know how to pronounce. So in here in today's discussion, we are going to tackle about the French language and its history. Okay, so don't worry, dito sa lesson natin ito, matututo kayo ng mga basic French languages. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's go ahead and start right now. So okay, so for the objectives of this lesson, you guys will know a brief background regarding with the French language and its history. Okay, and you will also get to know what are the French basic French words and know how to pronounce them. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so let's start the discussion with French is an official language of more than 25 countries, and French is also a Roman language of Indo-European family. It is descended from the Vulgar Latin of the Roman Empire, and it is all, or as did all Roman languages, French evolved from Gallo-Romance. Okay, so for those two, um, French language came from Indo-European languages. Okay, so that Indo-European languages are like a family of all languages in Indonesian and European continent. So those group of language are part of a bigger groups of languages. So French is actually part of it. Okay,
Yes.
and also since we have mentioned that French language is part of a bigger groups of languages, we might also tackle um, the or how many people are using the French language as their native tongue or their mother tongue. So, for example, almost like a half of population of our um, planet uses the French languages as their basic or their mother tongue. So it's actually 60 million individuals are using the French language the as their native tongue. That is in France alone. Okay, so next one would be around 7.3 million in Canada. So there are a lot of people who are using French as their native language in Canada. And in not surprisingly, in Switzerland as well, there are 3.9 million of individuals who are using the French language as their mother tongue. And also in US, only about 100,000 were the ones who's using the French language as their native tongue. Okay. So, as we mentioned earlier, in the European languages are a family of related language. Okay, so they're widely spoken in America, Europe, and also Western and Southern Asia. So those languages, such as Spanish, French, Portuguese, Italian, are all descended from Latin. So those major languages came from Latin. Okay, So there are a lot of languages came from Latin as well, but those languages are like a sub language or like a dialect. So only a few countries or only a few locations are using those languages. Okay, so for the next one, would be the Gallo-Romance. Okay, so in Gallo-Romance, these languages are generally considered most innovative among the Roman languages and characterized by the loss of unstressed final vowels. So if you are going to actually listen to French language or French speakers, uh, you are going to actually feel that they are really relaxed when they are um, using the French when they are talking, right? So they may not be sound angry when they are really angry because of the lack of unstressed vowels. Okay, so mostly in this Gallo-Romance is also a group of languages in the European um, country or the European European continent. So Gallo-Romance is only in the European continent and also back when the Roman Empire was still a thing. Okay, so let's go ahead and see here the origin. Oh, sorry, the origin of the Gallo-Romance. Okay, so because Gallo-Romance is the main origin of the French. Okay, let's see it in here. Okay, so for the Gallo-Romance, actually, Gallo-Romance is a four combination of four languages. So those four languages are Latin, mainly Latin, Frankish, German, and Gaulish. Okay, so a brief history of that is when Julius Caesar invaded Gaul. Gaul is a country in Europe where the Gaulish people speak natively in Gaulish language. So the Gaulish language is became a Roman province when Julius Caesar invaded Gaul. Okay, so it became a province of a Roman Empire. But when Roman Empire fell, what happened was German invaded the Gaulish natives. But they didn't force the Gaulish natives to speak their language. Okay, so in that they actually learned how to speak in. I'm sorry. 1 second. Okay, let's continue. Okay, so where would the let off? I forgot. So okay, so when German Empire or the Germans invaded the Gaulish natives, they didn't really force the Gaulish natives to speak their language because Germans believed that the Gaulish natives were like a royals. So there are some sort of like a kings and queen. So they have like a royal bloodline. So with that said, the German Empire just let the Gaulish natives to um, decide whether they are going to speak German language. And then what happened was the Gaulish people learned how to speak in uh, the German language and combined it to the Gaulish language. So it became like a subdialect. So there are words that has been combined with that. So that is why there are also uh, sub language that has been accidentally made. So, but that is not the the main reason why French language became a thing, because when the or when Julius Caesar invaded the Gaulish natives, he actually forced the natives to speak their language, their Latin language. So because of that, uh, Gaulish people also invented another, um, what do you call this? Another language or another sub language for that. So those with the combination of those two, it became French became a language. So since they are speaking both language with a combination of those two languages and the Gaulish language, French language became a thing. So until now, a lot of people are speaking French language. Okay. So with that said, do you have any any questions regarding with our topic for today? Or do you have any questions regarding how Julius Caesar invaded the Gaulish Empire or the Gaulish natives?
No po,
No,
sir.
sir.
Mhm. Okay, so I have a question for you guys. So, why you look so surprised?
Wala, sir.
Okay, okay. So back in the earlier topic, do you guys know what group of language did the French come from? I have said it earlier, and it's looking right in your face as well. So, any answers?
Roman?
It is a group of language where French also belonged to. It is a group of language where French belonged to. So there are two group of language on that.
Indo-European and Gallo-Romance.
Yes, that is correct. So good job, Lenny. That is the two groups. The major one was Indo-European languages. So a lot of countries are using or has using those group of languages. And in this Roman or this Gallo-Romance, mainly in the European continent only because of the Roman Empire. Okay, for the next one. Mm-hmm. Let's go ahead for our exercise. Okay. For our exercise today, please unmute yourselves. Please unmute yourselves, guys. Erica, unmute yourself.
Sorry, sir. May tumatawag.
Okay. Okay. So that's fine. Okay. So for our exercise for the day, you're going to learn how to pronounce or this basic French words. Okay. So Lenny, can you please um pronounce the first word or read the first word?
Bonjour.
Very good. Actually, that is the exact pronunciation of that word. It's bonjour, and the meaning of that it's either hello, depending on the context. It's hello or good morning. Okay. So, Erica, can you please read the second one?
Try lang, sir.
Yeah, sure. Don't
Which
don't hesitate. Okay.
or OE?
Okay. So the actual pronunciation for that is hui, hui, as in the hui. But if you use like an American accent, it's we. So the meaning of that is yes. Okay, so if you're go if you're being asked with a yes or no question in French, all you have to do is answer oui. Okay. Okay, so Lenny, for the next one, please pronounce the next word.
None.
Okay, so that is actually kind of close. So for the third word, that is actually pronounced as no. That is a strong one. No. Not none, it's no. Okay, so the meaning of that is basically no in English. Okay, so again, if you're being asked with a yes or no question, it's oui and no. Okay, okay, so Erica, can you please read the fourth one?
Fee?
Mm-hmm.
Fee?
That is correct, actually. So the pronunciation of that is fi, and the meaning of that is girl. Okay. Okay. For the next one, this one is a little bit hard. Okay, but there is a hint on the on the side of that. Okay. So can you please read it, Lenny?
Garson.
Mm-hmm. So that is kind of close. So the pronunciation of that is Garcion. Okay, so you guys, can you try it, Lenny? Pronounce it again.
Pardon po, sir.
Can you please repeat what I just said earlier on the Garcion?
Garson.
Erica, can you please repeat that one?
Garson.
Nice, that is great. So, um, with that, we're going to the next one. Okay, so this one is, let's see here. The sixth one. Erica, can you please read the sixth one?
Bonjour.
That is actually nice. So, it's kind of close, but the last syllable, it's bonjour, bonjour, not bonjour. It's bonjour. Just like with bonjour, the first one, it's bonjour, but this one is bonjour, bonjour. So the meaning of that is good evening. So if you're going to greet someone else in the middle of the night, it's bonjour. Okay. And if you're going to greet someone else, it's bonjour, depending on the context. Okay. You can also use bonjour in the nighttime because you're saying hello. But in the morning, it means good morning. Okay. Okay, so this one would be me. This is a bonus one, okay? So this one for Mr. and Gentleman, this is Monsieur. Okay, so can you guys repeat it for me? Lenny, can you please repeat?
Bonsoir.
Nice. So Erica, can you please repeat that one as well?
Bonjour.
Nice. So Lenny, can you please read the last one?
Madam.
Nice. That is kind of close actually. You're going to actually pronounce it as madame with an E. Okay, so instead of A beside the D, so that would be E, madame.
Madam.
So,
Maarte nga
so
naman.
yeah. So maarte talaga siya. It's kind of like because it came from my royalty. I believe it came from a royalty um native, so that is why medyo posh yung pagkakasabi, di ba? So, let's proceed to your assignment because this is just a brief discussion just to introduce you guys to the French language, okay? But you'll know more as we go on to our next meeting, okay? Because I am a little bit in a rush actually. So, for the for your assignment, I want you guys to create a roadmap with a history of Gaul and its language. Okay, so this roadmap has already, or the topic for today has already been introduced to you guys. So I want you guys to create a roadmap for it. Okay, this roadmap will be only a brief roadmap on how goal and started and ended. Okay, and how did their languages progresses through time. Okay, so uh, that would be all. Thank you so much, guys, for attending this meeting. Uh, I know you guys have a lot of activities for today or for this semester because it's almost end of the semester actually. But you guys are going to also have your preliminary examination or the actually it's almost like a midterm examination. So by the end of this month, okay?
Okay,
Okay,
sir.
so you guys are going to review including these French languages, okay? And create a roadmap, okay? So this roadmap would be passed on Sunday. Okay, guys, thank you so much. So do you have any other questions regarding with our topic for today?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. And have a great day, okay? So please stay safe and
Thank you, sir.